All right, first off, we don't have any injuries to note. Alfred Morris went out of the game with a sore rib and finished the game.
Jay, how happy were you to see your guys really come out with a sense of urgency, everything clicking on all cylinders for once?
Yeah, no, it was very impressive. You know, I told them in the locker room it was our best week of practice. We practiced with great energy, great focus, and it carried over to a game. So it was great to see those guys all step up, offense, defense against heck of a quarterback, heck of an offensive scheme over there. Stepped up, made some big plays, and, of course, special teams played well also.
Jay, Kirk Cousins' numbers obviously very good. What jumped out about his game for you?
Well, he was obviously very good. You know, you have a perfect passer rating, you're going to be pretty good. But really, you know, the people around him. I think the offensive line did a good job, and I think players took some short passes, turned them into some big plays for him. He delivered the ball with efficiency, with great decision-making, and the results were outstanding, obviously. And our running game helped out a little bit also. We were pretty balanced with our attack. I think we had 200 yards running the football and obviously 300-plus passing. And, you know, it's grind. It's hard to do that. But our offensive line was outstanding, and obviously Kirk was the trigger man.
Coach, your defense, too, with the pick six and Perry Riley's play.
Yeah,
amazing stuff.
That was great. You know, Perry got put on an island a couple times last week and wanted to redeem himself, and he did that in a big way. And happy to see him make a big play. And obviously, D. Gold made a big play, obviously, for the pick six. Really, off defensive line was good. They got enough pressure on Drew. The stacks, I think we had 2, but I think he felt pressure, had to hurry some throws. And then I think the tackling was better, with the exception of the 70-yard run. We missed a tackle in the hole. I think our tackling was a lot better.
Jay, you've come in here after some tough losses, and today to be on the other side and see a blowout, which is rare, you know, in the NFL, of a win like this. How do you feel, and how can you assess your team going forward?
Well, anytime you win in a National Football League against a team like New Orleans, coached by one heck of a coach, and they've done some great things over there, it's a great win. And very, very proud of those guys in there. But now it's about expectation levels, and our expectation levels got to be higher. And we play the undefeated Carolina Panthers next week, so they can enjoy this win for a few hours, but it's back to work, you know, Monday and Tuesday. So very happy to get to 4-5, keep ourselves relevant, keep ourselves in this race in the NFC East, and we'll just go from there.
Coach, team played with a very high level of urgency. Where did that come from? Was that something the coaching staff imparted to them? Was that something they have? Was it a chip on their shoulder following last week? Or where do you believe it came from?
I think a little bit of everything. I think we went out last week. I think we played a good urgency last week. We just didn't make some plays that we normally make. Missed some tackles, dropped some balls. This week you see them, no drops, obviously. Great runs after the catch offensively, and very few missed tackles. But these guys really have been playing hard all season long. You can see their effort. You can see the way they practice, and it's going to pay off for them. I keep telling them it's going to pay off for them in the long run, and we keep preparing, and we keep practicing like we did last week, and the week before that, the results will come, and hopefully they'll start coming.
Jay, you were adamant the last 4 or 5 weeks about staying, true and believing in the running game, and finally you guys get a break today. How relieving was it to see you guys have some of the success you had earlier in the year?
It was excellent. It was good. And you noticed that we didn't have a lot of negative runs. We were stuck in 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 as opposed to 2nd and 10, so we're able to stick with it. And we're able to stick with our play actions, and we had our whole playbook basically open. Sean did a great job getting this offense ready, getting it together, organized for Kirk, and Kirk did an excellent job executing. But really it was a total team effort. You know, the offensive line, like I said, tight ends made some big plays. The backs made some big plays in the running game and in the passing game. And, we didn't get Pierre very much involved today, unfortunately, but he was good in the running game. And Crowder made a big play. So you look around the football team, and I think everybody really executed what they were supposed to do and took advantage of the plays when they came. It was good to see.
Jay, you talked about opening the playbook. It seemed like team speed was really big today, and Kirk was just getting the ball into the hands of the playmakers. How big was that for you to see with just everybody contributing like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's big. It's big to see everybody get involved in the offense, and that's the goal. That's the intent every week. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work like that, but today was a good day for our offense, and very happy that they all had some touches and they all get a taste of success because, some weeks it's going to be somebody different. Next week might be Pierre with 10 balls or whatever, but this offense is built where we can spread it around and get everybody involved, and whoever we like to match up the best or whatever the coverage dictates, they'll get the ball, and they all have to be ready for it, and they were today.
There's a lot of mixing and matching going on in the secondary, swapping guys in and out. How much, having a healthy secondary, what did that enable you guys to do?
Well, we went out and, bought Chris Culver. We want him to play. He's one of the best corners in the league, we feel like, and to have him healthy is big. And Breland, getting him back healthy is big. D. Gold could play a safety spot. Kai Sean's playing a little bit of safety. We got Blackman and nickel. So I think we starting to see our best players back there to secondary. And D. Hall was able to play some safety in some dime situations. So it's good to have our horses back there, and they played well.
Coach, it didn't look like, obviously, it was too much of a distraction, but obviously heightened security with regard to what happened, unfortunately, over in Paris. How much was the team aware of those heightened security measures, and what, if any, distractions did that provide for you guys?
There were, obviously, that's all on our minds. It's a serious matter. But as far as distractions come game day, there weren't any. Our guys were focused on their job and moving forward and doing what they're supposed to do in order to get ourselves a victory in front of our home crowd. And our home crowd was outstanding today. They came out and it was loud. You could see Drew had some issues with communication from time to time, but overall it was a smooth process. Everybody focused in on the game, and it was a good victory.
Coach, the downfield blocking seemed really extraordinary today. Is that more of a function of your guys getting more cohesive, just the execution? I'm talking about in the run game.
Yeah, I think you saw people getting downfield and blocking in the screens also. You saw the linemen getting downfield and making some big blocks that we might have missed in weeks past. But, overall, like I said, I think that offensive line was outstanding in all phases today. When you put up these type of numbers, you rush for over 200 yards and throw for over 300. You can't single anybody out, but you can signal out the offensive line. Played a heck of a football game. Very happy for them.
Can you feel a progression in a season, a progression of improvement, pulling out games late, overcoming disappointments like Atlanta, bouncing back from a loss with a nearly perfect game?
Well, that's the intent. We just try to be steady in our approach and keep trying to grind on these guys and let them know that the way they practice and prepare will pay off. And, unfortunately, we were 3-5 before this game, and it didn't seem like it to a lot of people, but we can see it in the building that guys are working extremely hard. We're getting some of our key guys back from injury, and the proof's in the pudding. Today we can see what we can do. Now it's a matter of us taking this victory and building off a victory. We've had a bad habit around here of not being able to follow up a victory with another victory. So it's very important for us to get our frame of mindset that, hey, this is what we can do. We're capable of doing this. So we have to continue to play hard or practice hard and prepare and hopefully put another win back to back.
For a while there, it looked like both teams might end up scoring in the 40s, but then, 14-14, the defense clamped down and didn't give them anything else. Anything you guys did different, or did they just make up their minds to get it done?
I think they made their minds up to get it done and made some big plays. They really did. They had a big stop on a 3rd and 1 and a 4th and 1 to start the third quarter. I think that was a huge play. A lot of momentum swing there. And then they made the interception for a touchdown, and they had some big stops there in the second half. So it's a matter of them stepping up. But like I said, the pass rush was solid enough where it made Drew a little bit uncomfortable, and then guys made some plays. And we were fortunate with a couple. I think they dropped one on 3rd down, and they dropped another one we got for the pick. But it's good to see our guys flying around the ball and making some big plays.
Coach, that Kirk has been under the microscope so far this season. How should we view him after a game like today and moving forward?
Maybe you should write a positive article on him for once. It's a quarterback in the NFL is always under the microscope, and deservedly so, man. It's the most scrutinized position in all of sports. He's got the ball in his hands. He's got the decisions on every snap of every game. And when a team wins or a team loses, he gets too much blame or too much credit. That's the nature of the business. That's what he signed up for. That's what he wants, and that's what you want as a quarterback. And Kirk's going to take his lumps, man, but he's just going to keep grinding, and you can see the results starting to pay off. But the most important thing a quarterback can do is put this game behind him, enjoy it with his wife tonight, because next week the Carolina Panthers are going to have a whole different set of game plan for him. It's going to be difficult, but he's doing great. His progression, you can see it, and he's doing a good job.
Coach, you mentioned the team has had a bad habit of not being able to follow a victory with a victory. Another bad habit it's had over the years is playing down to the competition. Today you certainly didn't do that. Are you seeing this team sort of turn the corner in that regard?
Well, I don't think we're played down to any competition. Every team that I've seen is good to me. If you guys think that's a case, then I think you're mistaken. We don't play down at any level, any time. Everybody we play, we take very seriously. They're well coached. They have good football players. Just a matter of trying to get our consistent production week in and week out. And And that's going to be the important thing. It's not going to be easy, going on the road playing Carolina, but it's something that we're going to try to do and focus on and improve on.
Yeah, Coach, can you talk about the evolution of Morgan Moses and the addition of Dustin Hopkins?
Morgan Moses, I think when you're talking about developing quicker than anybody, is Morgan. And to be honest with you, I think he's playing at a level at right tackle right now as good as anybody in the National Football League. I haven't seen everybody, so it's pretty tough statement, but his development has been unreal. Coach Callahan has done an excellent job, but really Morgan has done an excellent job of working himself into this kind of shape. His technique is sound. He's good in the running game. He's done an excellent job. Morgan has solidified a spot as a right tackle in the National Football League for many, many, many years. As far as Dustin's concerned, he's been outstanding. He makes every kick, and every kickoff is pretty solid. So we're happy as heck we got him, and they're both good players.
You completed a deep ball up the sideline to Deshaun early.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the deep ball is ever going to get in this particular team's repertoire? I think 13 out of Kirk's 14 touchdowns have been red zone touchdowns. He's had to do the short ones.
They'll come. They will. We got in a situation this game where we had a couple called. We didn't throw, but we got that. That was a huge play to start the game, really. It was our opening drive of the football game. We had 3rd and 5. We were backed up. We got the ball to start, and it was a huge play, huge completion to win on that. It backed them up a little bit, which opened up a lot of the short passes, is why we started checking them down a lot. Their linebackers were getting a lot of depth. Their corners were playing over the top, and they had a safety in the middle of the field sometimes too. So I think Kirk did a great job of taking what was given to him, didn't force any throws, but the deep ball will be a major part of our offense moving forward.
Yeah, you got Matt Jones involved in the passing game more than you have in the past. What did you see there out of him today?
I think just what I told you. I think they really dropped deep with their linebackers, so they were able to take advantage of some underneath throws. The screen was outstanding. The run after the catch was excellent. You look at the blocking out of that. Trent Williams wasn't even supposed to be out there, but he's running down the field, made a key block. I think running after the catch was great by Matt. He had 3 catches for 131 yards. It's pretty good for the big fella. So, and Alfred had some catches out of the backfield. Obviously, Chris Thompson did. And when you're taking those deep zone drops, those backs become very, very important. And they did a good job taking advantage of it. And Kirk did a great job of finding them.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you guys.